pots are finished. Apart from that, I leave that out for now because I've got to tie weights in and then they're ready to go. Tie weights in, tie the neck in, rope them up, and they're good to go. So that's those two finished. This one again, this is the double neck one. Pretty much finished, just need the weights, and that's good to go as well. But the courier's just arrived, or just been, so we're going to do an unboxing. Then we're going to head out in the boat. Right, just going to make some space. Let me just clear space, because this is big. This is really big. Whew! And here we are, one big box. One big box. You see the shed's getting messed up already. I'm working on so many things, oiling the tools, making pots, I've got all the kit there, sorting out my toolkit, dismantling a net, all at the same time. Multitasking at its finest. Right. So, some of you know what that is just from the picture on the box if you can see it. So, as many of you already know, I suffer a lot of problems with my back being knackered. It's been knackered, it's not knackered from the fishing as such, it got knackered working years ago for somebody, and everybody said at the time, not everybody, but they said at the time, oh, we can't find anything wrong, oh, your back's okay, blah blah blah. Anyway, I always remember the doctor said, the trouble with backs is when you've done an injury to them, it'll always come back. And like I say, people just didn't believe me. But anyway, here we are, years later, and now I'm suffering severe problems with it. So, I decided to buy this. Now this comes from Coastal Nets in Dorset. So a big thank you to them for sending it over, or shipping it over, because some of you may or may not know, I live on an island and it's a lot more awkward getting things here because of freight charges and all the rest of it. And quite often places just won't send stuff here because we live on an island. But anyway, yeah, let's have a look. So this will be going on the new boat, and hopefully it'll save what's left of my back, because I am still, whoa, that's an interesting smell that came out of it. Because my back now has got so bad, I still have not recovered from two months ago. It's still causing me, it's a little better, but it's not anywhere near back to normal yet. So I need to do everything I can to either save the back or just so I can continue what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing. This is a new pot hauler or winch. Now this is a 12-volt one, so it goes off the battery. We'll be running it off the battery we've got down the floor, which is, what's that, 700 amp or something like that. It's a big battery, put it that way. So it should be able to manage this. Plus I'll probably carry a smaller spare battery as a backup, like just in case I flatten the big one for any reason. I can always go onto the small one or use that just for the sounders and stuff. But the idea is this is basically an aid to help me with what I'm doing. I'm going to reduce the pots, so I shouldn't have to lift that many. This is part of why we're making smaller pots as well. If we can reduce sizes, weights, whatever we can do, and to make it easier. But we're not actually going to know how good this is until we try it. This is an arm which I believe keeps the rope down in the wheel. I think you can, if I'm right in thinking, you can use it as a winch, like automatically, or you can use it almost like as an aid where you can let go of the rope. I think if you keep that up or something like that and put the rope around, you can let go of the rope and hopefully it stops. I don't know. This is all the sort of things we've got to find out. It's the same with, this is the mounting thing where you pull the pin out, you can take this off, but I might change this. It all depends how we're going to fit it in the boat, because it's a hell of a big bit of kit, and I don't want it too high up either, because I don't want too much leverage on the boat. And the higher obviously it is, the more leverage you get on the side of the boat, because we're dealing with swells and all the rest of it. But it's just, a lot of this is going to be just about using your head and when to use it. I mean, obviously I'm still going to pull when the tide slackens off and that sort of thing. I'm not going to go racing out there in a full blown ripping tide and try and pull pots up, sort of thing. And we'll see how we get on with it. Weighs about 12 kilos, this thing, in the box. You can see, let me just hook it out a bit so you can maybe get a better look at it. Hopefully the camera's not going to fall over. I've just got it tilted up at the moment. It's heavy. There's a handle here. So, there you go. Big plug. And they supply that as well. That's great. Yeah, so like I say, this comes from Coastal Nets. So if you ever want a winch, check out their website. I'll leave a link in the description below, but all you've got to do is type Coastal Nets pretty much, and their site will come up. And they sell winches, they sell crab pot gear, all that sort of stuff. So if you're ever doing any crab pots, that sort of thing, go and check them out. So that goes on the boat somewhere. Probably go near the cuddy part somewhere, out the way, sheltered area, even though it's like a waterproof thing, or watertight. Plug it in. See the glow red hot with the power. And hopefully pots come flying out the boat. Well, hopefully won't come flying out so fast that they leave the water. And we've got bolts, various battery terminals and that. Comes with all the bits, so that's good to see. Now this is the LH200. There was an LH300. It did look a bit taller. I don't know for sure, but it did look a bit taller than the LH300. Now the LH300. Oh, that's squeaking. Put it back in like that for now. That's good. It's good for now. Yeah. So I got the LH200. There was the LH. Well, there's more, but the LH300, I think was a bit taller. So I didn't want a taller one or higher. And what has it got? Has it got the specs on here that we can look at? Show you how to do it all. Here we go. Technical specifications. So LH200, its hauling power is up to 90 kilos. The LH300, which is the next one up, is 140 kilos. But the next one up is 12 to 24 volt. This is just 12 volt, and I only wanted 12 volt. Hauling speed is 30 meters a minute. That's heavy load. Normal load is 45 meters a minute. That seems awfully fast. No, it's a minute. Yeah, sure. That's probably about right. And the next one up is the same speed. So there's no difference in the speed between the two anyway. This weight says the weight is 18 kilos, although on the box it says 12, so probably is 18 actually. It's probably just a postage thing, how it worked. And anything else we need to know? Oh yeah, rope size, it goes from 4 to 10 mil, which is fine because I basically use 10. I sometimes use 8, so we should be good with that. 10 mil rope. Let's just see if we've got a bit of. I think that might be. I think this is 12 actually. This big heavy one. But oh yeah, that goes in there. Yeah. Yeah, rope's a bit sort of like that because some ropes, when they tighten up, they get thinner, and others are thicker. See, that's an 8 mil. That goes right in there. But no, that's just about right because I think there's Yeah, that's the kind of rope we use, so that'll be fine. That's 10mm. And like I say, we do use 8mm on smaller pots that sometimes, or close-in ones. Power consumption, normal load, just says 12 amp. No load 12 amp, normal load. Okay, amp, yeah, 25 amp. And heavy load 45 amps. So you're going to be between 25 and 45 amps most times. The bigger one is actually would use more, which would be 35 to 60. So again, buying this one, save on the sort of power if I can. Even if, I mean, it says they're about the same speed. It just seems the other one uses more power for some reason. That's kind of it. So there you go. That's going to be going on the boat. So how we're going to fit it, I don't know, because that is not going to go on my gunnel. So I'm going to have to make something for this to go on, and I'm probably going to have to bolt to the floor a leg of some description, which comes up, which is fiberglassed in, then braced to possibly the side of the boat. Then this will be mounted on that, so the davit can go over the side, or the arm, which is this thing here, which swings up, and that will be mounted on the side. And then hopefully we can haul our pots a lot easier. And like I say, if it does struggle a bit with certain things, then I will have to make adjustments maybe with the pots, of how I do the pots, the size of the pots, all these sort of things. We'll work it out as we go. Like I said, we'll figure it all out, and hopefully that will make my life a lot easier, because like I say, with the back as it is, I've really got to address it at the moment. I've had to do something. I can't not now. It's reached that point where it's not just a little ache in the back, it is severe, and I need to solve the problems. So hopefully this will solve the problem with that. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to go fishing now. We're going to go out, and we go out in the boat, I believe, and there was a pot, an amazing pot. And then after I do the pots, I get a phone call, and somebody wanted mackerel. So we move off to go and catch some mackerel. So let's take a look at that. Well, another day out in the boat. And again, it's breezy. That's the one thing that I don't enjoy about this island, is the wind. It's always so windy, but it's an island, I suppose. It's not like your calm tropical islands. This is wind, wind, wind all the time. Right, let me get set up. Away we go. Let's hope we do better than last time. Got those basket pots to check as well. I think I'll put the other one over there. Yeah, another empty pot. A couple of piddly little spiders. wondering if this has been hit hard during the winter. Like I say, normally the first few drops along here, you get a few nice lobsters, but so far this year we haven't seen any. Not size anyway. A lobster pot. Holy cow! Look at the lobsters in here. The size of them. There's one. There's one lobster. It's probably a 2-pound lobster. There's another lobster. They're all size. All of these are size coming out this pot. There's another lobster. Big one, probably just under 2 pounds. And another lobster. Again, that'll be size. 4 lobsters in that one pot, and all beauties. Like I say, 2 of them are about 2 pounds. And to finish off, get him out. Finish off a brown crab, and that size as well. It's not a giant, but still okay. Male one. Wow, what a pot! What a pot! 4 oversized lobsters, like I say, and they're big. They're not, you know, 2 of them are, like I say, near on 2-pound lobsters. Fantastic. I'm going to leave the pot here. And they're all in one piece as well. Quite often when you get a lot of lobster, they fight and lose claws, but all these are in good. There you go, all those out of that one pot. I'm just going to watch this because these big ones, they get hold of each other, but that is cracking lobsters, I tell you. Absolute crackers. Right, let's go and check the other pot. Plus we had the brown crab as well. Lobster in this one. There you go, one lobster. It's only a small one, but lobster. Now I only put tiny bits of bait in these pots, so I don't expect them to catch a lot. Right, our last pot, which is over there. Wow, these two empty completely almost, well, completely almost, what does that mean? One spider in 2 pots. Yeah. Right, just going to try my big mackerel mark. Now it's the wrong state of tide, but while we were marking it, I thought I'd give it a go. It's only a little spot where we usually get really big mackerel at the time. down again. There we go, there's our mackerel. Good day on the mackerel. We hit the shoal. It wasn't a very big shoal, but we got onto it for a bit. And there's our pollack. Got some nice ones. Now I may not film some of these because it did get chaotic. It was like very chaotic for sort of 5-10 minutes, then it went dead quiet, then it was chaotic. So I just decided to get on and fish. And of course, there's our lobsters in there that we had, the 4 lobsters in that one pot. And not forgetting, actually, we don't want to forget that, is our crab as well. It's only I say a small one, it's well over the legal size. But one male brown crab, which I will probably have for supper. Might even have a mackerel if there's a spare one. And there's the resident black back seagull, there's 2 of them. The other one is, there is 2 of them.